This game is brought to you by Pepsi. No, it's not really brought to you by Pepsi, but playoff James Harden. And you know, it's so funny. You have to start with Nick Friedell. Nick Friedell is a Brooklyn Nets beat reporter, and the Brooklyn Nets fans are still salty over what happened. But if you're gonna be salty with Joe Tsai and that ownership. You know, since the Nets wanted to talk trash, even though they're still sitting at home, then I had to talk shit like that. James Harden said it was an organizational dysfunction. Kyrie Irving said it was an organizational dysfunction. Kevin Durant said it was an organizational dysfunction. All three of the superstars said that they did not want to play for your organization. Not one of them, at the end of the day, said, you know, this is a place I want to commit to long term. If you're 0 for 3, maybe the problem is in James Harden. And as controversial as he is, maybe the problem is in Kyrie Irving. And definitely the problem is in Kevin Durant. The problem is with your ownership. And ownership that literally hires an inexperienced first guy head coach. And then the Houston Rockets hire Ime Udoka, no problem. You go and you hire John Bond. Like, it's just a fact. Your organization is a mess. I think Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson are okay. But what are you doing still talking? You're at home. And you have really no real legitimate rotation pieces for a title team. Like Nick Claxton's just a dude. So Nick Friedell, Brooklyn Nets fans, I don't know what you're talking about. You don't have the right to be talking. You need to hope that your organization gets it together, you know, finds ways to get draft picks, draft well. You're right back where you were in 2012. Please don't talk about the playoffs ever again. You don't have that right. You were struck out of the playoffs. Average margin of victory by at least 7 points. Just stop talking. A Brooklyn Nets fan should not be talking for the rest of the playoffs. Period. So that's my little piece on talking shit on Nick Friedell. Like, did I believe the Sixers were an underdog in this game? Absolutely. But, you know, I've been tweeting it, and I've been on Reddit, and I've been saying, I think this team has a shot if you do a couple of things, and they did two of the feet things that I said. So first of all, you have to go to James Harden. What an unbelievable performance. Critical shot making. He's reinvented his game. You know, and part of it is by necessity because the refs still won't give him a fucking foul call, which is just ridiculous. There's a lot of arm to arm, there's a lot of body to body. Excuse me. Like, there was this one play where early in the first quarter where James Harden gets hit in the midsection. The same call that got James Harden ejected in game 3, or was it 4? I think it was game 4, right? Whatever, mix it up, but it was one of the game 3 or 4. But I think it was game 3, right? Because Embiid comes up with the block and Maxey comes up with some huge points. But Harden got ejected in that game, right? The same fucking thing happened with Marcus Smart getting James Harden a blow early in the first quarter. And not only is it not an ejection for Marcus Smart, oh hell no, it's not even a foul on Marcus Smart, it's a blocking foul on James Harden. That's the kind of night it was from an officiating perspective. Like, it's just remarkable. We did get and I still don't understand, legal guarding position. Although McCutcheon did explain it. Maxey was in his upward shooting motion, and I guess the rule is when you're on upward shooting motion, you can't be in the path at that point. You have to be there before he goes in the upward shooting motion. It's a weird thing, and this is twice that Boston gets on that. I think it was like game 4 against Atlanta, where that call happened to them, and tonight it happened to them. So 2 times by the half a split second what could have been a charge, what should have been a charge, but because of the legal vertical guarding position, it turned out to be a block and one. Game of inches, as Reggie Miller said. Like, on the replay, it looked a lot closer than what it looked. At live, I thought it was an obvious blocking foul, but on the replay, you know, almost got there. If he's there like a split second sooner, Maxey fouled out of the game, it would have totally changed the complexion of the game. Game of inches, and the charge call is so controversial. Like in a game of inches thing like that, that's like an NFL type of thing. You talk about yards and inches. That kind of thing is cool in the NFL. In the NBA, I don't know. It doesn't allow the same level of excitement for me in the NBA. I think the NBA is a more vertical, athletic game, up down, floor game, and this taking a charge. Basically, you don't have any defense because Marcus Smart did make a good rotation. There's no reason for Marcus Smart to try to take a charge there. Be vertical, contest Tyreek Maxey at the rim. You're the same size. So, yeah, that charge call is, well, with the backhand one, but just that play in particular is very controversial. And the Rules Committee doesn't need a new CBA. They can always look back and look back on this, and I want them to. And some say, oh, well, Giannis might score 200. I would honestly prefer that to defenders not really intentionally defending. Come on, put a hand up, contest. That's it. Just contest, play strong defense. And I'm not saying this in favor of me. I'm saying it with both ways. Even if it was the offensive foul, that would have been just a shitty way to foul out a player. Just play straight up defense, contest the shot. And while we're on the subject of Rule Committee and rules, bring back hand checking. Because there were a couple of defensive fouls called on Maxey that a little bit iffy, and it's not on his shoulder, it's not on the forearm, it's on the waist. And if you're going to be talking about lateral movement, putting a hand on the waist should be an okay thing. So let's change a couple of these things the next time the Rule Committee gets together because it's a very weird situation across all the playoff games. Right, this isn't a Sixer fan even talking, or on the other end, a Boston fan talking. All of us, J.J. Redick was literally apolitic about this. It's just a very weird time right now from an officiating perspective. But speaking on Tyrese Maxey, I thought he fought tonight. I thought he competed tonight. You know, obviously he was a little bit off to the left of the rim at times on his 3-point shots, but he kept firing. He kept shooting. He finally tapped the basket a couple of times, got that and one layup, you know, on the controversial call that I just talked about. I thought Tyrese fought tonight, and that fight, that effort that Tyrese gave was absolutely huge. The Anthony Melton, on and off, in my opinion. Offensively, hit some big-time buckets early in the first half to keep you in it. Defensively, and we'll get to defense in just a second. But I thought the Anthony Melton was a huge contributor. Want to know another huge contributor? B-Ball Paul. So let's talk about this. B-Ball Paul, you know, RB mentioned it plenty of times how Jerome B will make us rethink the center position, and he does. But there's a little bit negative to that in that we forget what the center position is meant to be. Yeah, this will end up being a little bit of a knock on Nikola Jokic, but the Nuggets are winning, so I can't really do that. But what I mean is the center position is the guy between the ball and the rim. I think Paul Lee is an actual 4. Me and Logan Sixer Brakeman, we agree on that. You know, until I don't know if he would say powerful when he talked about Paul Lee being undersized. I don't know if he would agree that he's a 4. I see him as a 4. You're 6'9", you have a 72 wingspan, you're agile, you're a gazelle. And it's a real prototypical body type. It's a body type that you like, but you're giving up a couple pounds, you're giving up a little, and you're giving up a little bit of physicality there at that 5 position. But still, that 5 is between the ball and the rim, and you have to make the tight rotations, and you have to really contest shots and do it without fouling. And Paul Reed, tremendous growth by Paul Reed. Had 3 fouls midway through the first quarter, not a single foul the rest of the way. God trust him, kept him in the game with 3 fouls, not a single foul left. Just amazing. Amazing defense, amazing physicality on the defensive end without fouling. Just an amazing job, grabbing rebounds, just tremendous on the defensive end. You don't win that game without Paul Reed. What Paul Reed doing defensively, 13 rebounds. Dennis Reed and then Dennis Rodman. And that honestly is a template for him to be like a Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman, 6'7", 255, is just run all over the place. I think that's a good place for Reed to look at. And Dan Book talked about Draymond Green, and I could see it. A couple of times, Paul Reed's able to pitch out the shooters. It was the one possession where he's handling the ball at the top of the key, hands it off, and you get a good possession out of it. So I do see the Draymond Greenish. I compared it to Anderson Varejao. Dennis Rodman, Draymond Green, Anderson Varejao. All three of those guys. What do they have in common? They may be undersized, but they have long arms. They have the second and third level on the defense, just like Jason Kelce, second and third level offensive line, second and third level defense, verticality, physical, make your presence known. Excellent defense by B-Ball Paul in this game, and excellent job at center position to allow us to steal game one. And that was the other thing. Al Warford, Rob Williams, Blake Griffin, we didn't get a second of time. I think that'll change in game two because Blake Griffin's an energy guy. He's a hustle guy. He's a guy out from three-point land. Yeah, maybe you could have used Blake Griffin to kind of change the game for Boston. So I think we're going to see Blake Griffin in game two. But those bigs are not going to threaten you offensively. So you can play a Paul Reed, you can play a B-Ball Paul, and it's a wash. Obviously, if Embiid is in, advantage Sixers at the center position, but Paul Reed versus Al Horford, Blake Griffin, Robert Williams, Time Lord, it's a wash. They're the same level of skill offensively. So it's a matter of if you make a defensive plays, if you make a defensive stops, you'll get the Sixers the advantage. And Paul Reed did that. Yeah, this is me going on a B-Ball Paul victory tour. So let's talk about, okay, I will start it off like this. In the interest of Sixer break room, I'll start off like this. Tobias hit a couple of buckets. Tobias tried to fight through it in the second half, but what a fucking goose egg, especially on the defensive end. You're at a point where Doc Rivers puts Tobias Harris on Marcus Smart. One of my big keys of the game, I said that Tobias Harris had to play up to the level of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Not only did he not play up to their level, he was actively the reason you were losing in this ball game. The primary defender on both of those guys on many occasions, and you just couldn't feel it. You're 6'8", you're 232 pounds, you need to be able to compete with them, you need to be able to fight with them defensively, and it was just not there. Layup after layup after layup, dribble drive after dribble drive, giving up contain. I don't want to ever hear about Tyrese Maxey ever again, because Tyrese Maxey put up a better effort against Jason Tatum and Tobias Harris. That was the worst defensive game of Tobias Harris' life. Doc Rivers talked about how they were all into Paul Reed, and Paul Reed came up big. But I want everyone to understand the interior defense is the second level. You should not be expecting your interior defense to bail out your shitty perimeter defense. So you could obviously say the Paul Reed stepped up and you're into Paul Reed. But you should be into Tobias. That defense on both Brown and Tatum was horrible. Horrible. You weren't even getting bombed from outside. They were literally getting layups on you, Tobias. You were an embarrassment defensively. An absolute fucking embarrassment. And if we had to put you on Marcus Smart, that's a problem. Because then guards have to guard their forwards, and that allows them to punish the inside even more. So Tobias, for this series and moving forward, I need to see a way, way better effort from you on defense. Your offense is a C, but your defense is an F. Worst defensive performance. You can do a lot better on the defensive end of the floor. You're 6'8", 232 pounds. Gotta give me a better effort. But we still game one. As angry as I am about that Tobias thing, and I would have been way angry if we lost, but we won. We stole a game. We did what we needed to do as the underdog 10-point underdogs. We did what we needed to do in game one, and we seized control of the series. How much control? Game two with house money. You don't have to pay Embiid in this game two. Let Embiid rest that leg, etc., and try to get the game three. Not try. You want the split, you got the split. It's house money. It doesn't matter what happens in game two. If you win game two, the series is over. If we win game two, go up 2-0 going into Philadelphia, it's a wrap. Like, teams that go up 2-0 win the series 75% of the time. You go up 2-0, this is over. If it's 1-1, it's what you set out to do. So, game two, I'll put this out there for Sixer fans. Game two is nothing to sweat. We lose, even if it's a 30-point loss. I don't even care. You did what you needed to do. This is the biggest win so far of the Embiid era. This game one right here. And it's all thanks to James Motherfucking Harden. And obviously, it's only natural. We all, as humans, get 1 year older every year. It's a contract that would not age well. Yes. But you have to do it. You have to do it because of the player that James Harden is now and the player that he's probably going to be for the next 1.5, 2 years. It would be a sort of, but not really, Tobias situation in that, yeah, you're overpaying, but at least James Harden is at a level where the benefits will hugely outweigh the reward. He wants that max contract, he'll get that max contract. Same thing with Tyrese Maxey. Same thing with Jalen McDaniels. I'll probably have to say goodbye to Shake Milton, Jordan Yang. That's something in the summer. But you can't replace James. You can't replace Tyrese. The best backcourt in the NBA. And Jalen McDaniels, I think, is their future starting forward. There's going to be some moving pieces this summer. And even if we win the championship, there's going to be some moving pieces. This team is not going to come back. But James Harden has to come back. It isn't even like the player option. I would tell James we will add 4 years on top of that player option, $200+ million contract, and I think for the very minimum 2.5 of those years, you're going to get your production. By year 3 of that deal, it'll be looking But if you win a championship or 2, are you really? The Lakers did this with Kobe Bryant coming off the Achilles, right? Who cares? Obviously, we are a good bit away from there to June, hopefully with a ring. But that's going to be big time moving forward. So, okay, I got to enjoy my dinner. Sixer Universe, peace out.